Alright, Meow. Hope you all are doing well on this fine Tuesday. I do need to actually update the text regarding badge amount and level cap. We just beat Erica. We're going to try to clear out Game Corner, Silphco, and Sabrina, because I would really like to beat Mono Normal by the end of this week so I can start Mono Dark before October ends. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by. It's gonna be a rough one because no normal type naturally learn weather moves, so I more or less have to fight through the weather. And since teams in red on weather routes or bosses that have weather are tailored to take advantage of it with things like Snow Cloak, Slush Rush, Sand Veil, in general rock being 50% tankier in sand, it's gonna be a big pain, but I know we can do it. Alright, we got that out of the way. So the first fight coming up is a double battle with a Bad Dreams Hypno, Focus Sash on Nerve Aerodactyl. We're gonna kill the Aerodactyl, we're gonna hold Sleep Berries, then we can deal with the rest, and then we'll have to adjust teams accordingly to deal with left and right grunt. I'm feeling pretty good about those fights, but Giovanni 1 is a real step up compared to what we were fighting, i.e. Erica. Alright, let's see. Let's change this real quick. It's 47 is the level cap. And sadly, there's no normal mon in Game Corner, so I wasn't able to get anything out of that. But we did get all the TMs, which is going to be useful. So when I think about it, probably a mon with Fake Out, and then a mon with Electric. We need to fake out the Aerodactyl to A, break Sash, and B, to make sure it doesn't get to go, since I don't have anything that innately outspeeds the Aerodactyl. Then to Sleep Berries, so Bad Dreams is gonna hit, but so we can wake up, because unnerve means no berry, which is why we focus down the Aerodactyl right away. Alright. It does hold a Colbur Berry, so we'll want to use either Bug Normal or Ghost Normal to deal with the Hypno. Alright. I think Raichu, because Thunderbolt will likely kill it after we get, like, the Fake Out. Because it's going to be Stab Fake Out as well, so normal isn't super effective against anything, but because it's going to be a normal type using a normal move, it'll still be more damage. So we can appreciate that. Also, now that I know that the bird strat to sweep Erica didn't work, it very likely won't work against Chuck, which Chuck being a fighting gym, he's gonna absolutely have some legs up on me in that fight. Okay, so let's think about what else we have to deal with in this. Excuse me. I mean, I could use Kamala because I'm already gonna be sleeping, so it's not a big deal. I don't think... Let me check to see when Cinecino gets Fake Out. Alright, let's see. It might be Tutor. And if that's the case... Oh, it doesn't get Fake Out. Oh, that's horrible. So that is very disappointing. Never mind entirely. I think what I'm thinking of was I was thinking of Ambipom who gets it. And that's gonna be a thing I want to use as well. Let me double check Ambipom. Okay. Ambipom. So Ambipom does have Skill Link. If we're gonna go multi-hit, we absolutely want to be using that. We also have Technician. So I am gonna grab Ambipom for this, I think. I already have an Apom, so I don't think it's that much of an issue. Let's see. There it is. Well, we have two. We have one with Runaway, which was the one we didn't really care about. And then we have the Skill Link one. I think for this purpose, because we want the Fake Out to be stronger, we are going to make it be that. And we'll make it be Technician instead of the other one. I'm not sure if I'm keeping Jerry. Probably not. Alright. And Protect from Obstagoon has +7, so unless I outspeed and knock off, there's realistically no way. Well, even then, because it's +7, so yeah. There's pretty much no way to prevent it from being a thing. So it's gonna get its... We're gonna need a beefy boy to deal with Obstagoon. Okay, so Ambipom, let's give it Technician. Oh, that's right, because it doesn't get it until it evolves. I'm silly. Okay. Let's see, so... For now, we'll grab it. Okay. I think it's rare candy for that one. Yes. Alright then. I do like that it gets dual chop, since that means it gives me, what's it called? A dragon move that's going to be boosted to make up for the fact that it doesn't have stab on it. And we want to go attack up because I know we're not going to outspeed the Aerodactyl. Mallory Foxlong, thank you for stopping by. Cute emote, I hope you're doing well. We're prepping for the game corner grunt. So in this fight, it's a double battle. Hypno has bad dreams with Dark Void, so he puts you to sleep. Aerodactyl has Focus Sash will unnerve, so you can't eat berries. We're gonna get rid of the Aerodactyl, so we can eat our berries. We're gonna get put to sleep with Dark Void. We're gonna use a Ghost move to kill the Hypno. Then you have Lumberry Grand Bull with Intimidate. We're gonna wanna use probably Poison, because the fighting is gonna offset Fairy's weakness to Steel. And then Obstagoon is a problem because it's got Guts, Flame Orb. I forgot it actually doesn't have Protect on this one. I'm thinking of a later Obstagoon fight. So we probably are gonna try to knock off the Flame Orb so it can't get the Guts boosted damage. Then after that, we have a double battle Left Rocket Grunt. Neutralizing Gas means Slacking won't have Truant. It's terrifying. Right Grunt is Talonflame with Gale Wings, which means any flying move goes first. Shiftry has Wind Rider, which makes them immune to wind moves. And anytime you get hit by one, he gets +1 to attack. So Talonflame's Gale Wings, Tailwind. Everyone on his team goes faster, and Shiftry does more damage. The one I'm really worried about is Geo1. Sheer Force negates the penalty that you would take from Life Orb with really good coverage. Hong Crow is Scope Lens Super Luck, so basically big crit. Infernape has Focus Sash. Mega Kangaskhan has Parental Bond, which means any move it uses hits twice for reduced damage. So it'll usually go Fake Out into Power Up Punch. It gets +2 attack from one Power Up Punch. And then it'll either para you with Body Slam or it'll kill you with Crunch. It has Crunch because normally you would just use a Ghost to dunk the normal typing, but Crunch is super effective on Ghost. Earthworm, Steel is usually weak to ground, but it has Earth Eater, so it's immune to ground. It also has Shed Tail, which is essentially Substitute, so it'll cut a portion of its life to create a substitute, which means a Pokemon will hide behind the substitute and not take damage. Very scary if it ends up being a Pokemon like Infernape or a Pokemon like Kangaskhan who can set up. And then lastly, it's a Veluza with Sharpness, which makes all cutting moves stronger. So it'll usually fillet away to buff itself. It'll then go either Aqua Cutter or Psycho Cut, which are boosted by Sharpness and both have high crit ratio. Yes, it is a lot more complicated, but the quality of life is really nice. So for example, I can talk to an NPC and change my natures. I can talk to an NPC and set all my mon at the level cap. I can redo their moves on the fly. As hard as Radical Red is, the quality of life makes it hard to go back to playing any ROM hack that doesn't have all this. Also, the fact that there's a Google Doc that tells you where to find all the Pokemon, what moves they have, etc. That's a huge leg up. I hope you've been having a good day, Mallory. What are you up to today? So yeah, we're gonna use a Technician Ambipom. We're gonna fake out the Aerodactyl. We're then gonna use Raichu, and this is normal electric. We'll hit him with a Thunderbolt and kill him. We're gonna keep Lightning Rod because that has utility insofar as, oh, it's a double battle, and you have like a water type and the enemy uses electric. I get hit by electric and I get a special attack damage buff. Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate the lurk. And if you're streaming tonight, I'll try to catch it. If not, I hope you have a good rest of your day. All right. So we're gonna hold Chesto Berries because I think that's the sleep berry. And getting put to sleep is very lame. All right. No. So yeah, that's fine. Actually, no, let's give it Thunderbolt. Actually, no, we'll give it, yeah, we will give it Thunderbolt, but we can also get Thunderclap later because Thunderclap is more or less special, electric, Sucker Punch. Very useful. We absolutely want to keep the fake out. We may end up ditching the Play Rough. We don't need the Trailblaze anymore. That set that Raichu had was for Surge because I could swap for a free pivot on anything with electric. 2 priority moves via E-Speed, but we don't need Play Rough, so I'm gonna put Thunderclap instead. Yes, there's redundancy in having Thunderbolt and Thunderclap, but if I don't naturally outspeed, that's where Thunderclap comes in. But I don't want to have only Thunderclap because if I do, if it has any sort of buff move, it'll use it and then Thunderclap will fail. All right. We make Apom Adamant because it's an attacker and we know it. Neither of our Mon are ever going to outspeed the Aerodactyl. So then we want to grab a Poison Mon, which is going to be my Grafairy. Grafairy is poison normal. He's basically a graffiti artist. I know I have one. I just got to figure out where I put him. Yes, Banksy, the famous artist. We're gonna grab a Zigzag Zune because this is gonna be our Obstagoon later. And we probably grab a Fighting Mon anyways because Dark Normal is 4 times weak to fighting. So that's gonna be my Lapini. I never heard it pronounced until the other day, so I always call it low punny. All right, let's see. Level cap was 47. That's another nice thing in this too, that compared to other ROM hacks or even vanilla games, there's a hard level cap. So once you hit level cap, all your mon would gain 1 XP. That way you don't have to be like, oh man, I really want to use X mon, but I can't, and then I need to swap it out. Okay. And one of the reasons why we really like Grafati is because thanks to the poison typing, it's only 1 times weak to fighting. And it also has Prankster with let priority moves go first. So think like Toxic, Thunderwave, Swords Dance, etc. So if it doesn't outspeed something, it has Prankster to outspeed them. And we're going to be using that to prevent Mon from being able to set up or use Shed Tail. That being said, its normal isn't going to be that exciting because normal's good against nothing. So it's going to end up being something like Switcheroo to swap a held item, Taunt to prevent setup, U-turn to pivot, and then probably Poison Jab. When I did Mono Poison, I used Grafati in my Elite Four run because I needed to make sure they couldn't do like Dragon Dance or Stealth Rock. Okay. We're also going Adamant because it's a physical attacker. Same thing with Zigzag Zune. Once we get to Sabrina, we'll have access to Megas. Then I'll give myself the code that allows us to have all the Mega Stones. Realistically, Lopunny is my only Mega in this fight. Alright. So their berries are set. That moveset's fine. This is fine. Technician boosts all my moves. Very powerful. Okay, so I probably want some level of redundancy in case someone ends up going down. I sadly don't think there's any bug normal. All right. I'm trying to think ahead what I want to bring because that means 1 less slot for when I have to redo the 2 double battles. It's hard to go wrong with Kangaskhan. Even though Giovanni will have Mega Kangaskhan, I'm not giving myself Mega Kangaskhan until I unlock the Mega Stone from about to fight Sabrina. So basically, more than halfway through the game, realistically. Okay. Also, we had Sarah Boone's testimony today in her murder trial. There was cross-examination from the state. I found the cross very disappointing. They were able to really hammer home that she lies about everything. It was super obvious to anyone watching that anytime there was a question that was like, oh man, this might not go good for me, I guess, I don't know, I don't remember, if you say so. And then any time that it would be something that would help her case, she answers with precise recall, you know. That being said, I really hope I hope the state didn't get overconfident and is like, oh yeah, these facts are a slam dunk for her, so she's cooked, and then they botch it. This case has been 5 years in the making, so I'm gonna be hella mad, and you know, the survivors and the victims, i.e. the friends of the deceased, family members of the deceased, will absolutely fucking lose their shit if Sarah gets off. Okay. Acid spray isn't bad. I really like that it's -2 special defense, but Grafai is very much an attacker. So instead, we're gonna grab... We're gonna grab Taunt. We already keep Switcheroo. We do grab Poison Jab because it has a higher base damage. And then U-Turn is our other move to more or less pivot out. It's also going to be good against Dark because Bug thrives in the Dark, so it kind of makes sense, you know? And for someone like Meowscarada that is Grass Dark, it's 4 times weak to Bug. Alright, that's more or less what we need. Now we can evolve it. Okay, Raichu's good. Hopsy. We are going to give it Limber because Body Slam from Mega Kangaskhan and Para. Limber prevents paralysis. It's quite important. And that also means I don't have to hold a Para Berry, so I can hold like Punch Glove or something that'll make me do more fighting damage, you know? Oh, right, it's the Dream Patch. So Ability Pill, same on its 3 abilities. There's like 2 common abilities and a hidden. Ability Pill will let you go from 1 to 2 ability. Dream Patch lets you go to the hidden ability. So not every Pokemon has 3 abilities, but I think most Pokemon are gonna have at least 1 ability and a hidden ability. Paradox Pokemon, i.e. the weird variants like Iron Bundle, Iron Moth, Iron Hands, Iron Treads, most of them have 1 ability, but some will have 2 abilities, and I think usually the second one's a hidden ability. So for example, Prankster is a really good ability for Grafai because it allows any status move to get priority, and then it also has Unburden, so when it loses its held item, its speed doubles, which is really useful. All right. So for example, in Erica Rematch, she has a Walucha with Unburden, and it gets almost 600 speed after its speed doubles. It's disgusting how fast it is. All right, Limber, and then we're gonna probably go... I think it's Punch Glove. Since that buffs fighting moves, then it means I don't make contact. So if an enemy had like Iron Barbs or Flame Body or Burnt or Static, if I didn't have Limber, Punch Glove would be a way to bypass that. Okay. We do need to evolve Zigzag Zune. It's not an overly fast Mon. I am gonna grab Double Edge due to how powerful it is, and we're probably also gonna grab Snarl for a debuff to the enemy, but I'm probably not gonna end up using Snarl. Sometimes a Mon will evolve and its later forms don't have access to that move. So Night Slash, not bad. High crit ratio, and Lanoon has a higher attack than not, you know? Okay, let's see. Parting Shot's not bad, but I feel like I don't need it because I already have a bunch of coverage. And we're gonna be doing Guts Flame Orb, so that's basically when you're burnt, you have higher attack. So you use something like Facade and it will do more damage if you are burnt, and then Guts will further boost it. Okay. 35 at night, so we need, that's another quality of life. We have the ability to auto run and infinite repel. Pokevile, basically think the Estus Flask from Dark Souls for portable healing that recharges when you go to a bonfire, aka Poke Center. And then a Time Changer because there's different encounters and evolutions in day, night, And then for raid dens, day, night, dusk. Okay. Obstruct is one of those protect moves. If they make contact, they get a -2 to their defense. And then we want Guts as the ability. It can have Guts, Defiant, which is when one of its stats is lowered, its attack goes up. So because we want to make sure the Guts goes off, we protect on the first turn, then we don't care if the Flame Orb gets thrown out, you know? And we're going to use Obstruct as our protect. We will grab Facade. It's normal, so it's gonna hit really hard. That being said, normal can't hit Ghost. So if a normal types has Scrappy, it makes it so normal and fighting moves can hit Ghost. But it'll still only hit at 1 times effectiveness. All right. Let's see if there's anything else I needed. I mean, Cross Chop's not bad. I'm probably gonna grab Submission just so I have fighting coverage. So it'll be Obstruct, Facade, Night Slash. That's 3 sources of coverage and a utility move. There's care packages as well as you can get that as you get through certain points in the game, they just give you a bunch of stuff. Items, berries, etc. And one of them that they give you early on is the Flame Orb. So like, I think you can also get Toxic Orb later. And if you don't use care packages, there's a transit area to the right of Fuchsia that there's an NPC that will give you a Flame Orb and a Toxic Orb to activate things like Guts, Toxic Boost, etc. Okay. We're gonna give Moscow a Chipotle Berry because that's the one that reduces the effectiveness of fighting. Okay. Let's see. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. And then we need to make sure we actually give it the right ability. Because Reckless isn't bad. That's the one where moves that would do recoil do more damage. It's day because I like to be able to see. So now we're gonna take on that the 1 of 3 double battles. Go team. So right off the jump, we wanna Thunderbolt. We wanna Fake Out. It's gonna get the bad dreams off, but we're gonna get put to sleep. We're instantly gonna wake up, which is fun, which is what we need to do. Okay, that's fine. Obstagoon is an issue. We absolutely need to make sure that Hypno goes down. So I think I'm gonna do Thunderbolt. And now that I'm no longer holding a berry, my Acro will do double. Boy, that is nowhere near as much as I was hoping for. So now we're both asleep. This is not ideal. We're gonna go in with Hopsy, and we're gonna go in with Moscow. Okay, Hopsy is gonna fake out the Obstagoon. We're also gonna fake out the Hypno. We're going to Mach Punch the Obstagoon. Actually, no, I'm faster. We'll Brick Break the Obstagoon. We will return the Hypno. All right, so now it's gonna come in Granbull fighting Fairy. We absolutely wanna get Hopsy out of here. We're gonna get Banksy in because Poison dunks on Fairy. We are gonna go Aerial Ace because Flying dunks on Fighting. That was Drain Punch, I believe. Poison Jab and Aerial Ace again. Granbull's really slow. It also doesn't have a lot of defense. Its big thing is it has big attack. It can have Intimidate and it has a good bit of HP. So that's Grunt, Rocket Grunt 1 down. Now it's the same like yesterday with floor puzzles and a bunch of other fights. We are going to fake out and we're gonna Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt. He did revenge. That was pain, but it's okay. Fake out again. All of this is fine. Eel. I don't always remember where the items are. Borkonen, thank you for stopping by. I hope you've been doing well. I'm currently in Rocket Hideout, Game Corner, Mono Normal. Thank you for stopping by, Borkonen. Much appreciate the lurk. If you're streaming tonight, I'll try to check you out. All right. I do need to go through that floor puzzle eventually, but we're gonna actually skip it for now because we want to get the key card from the other guy. Then we can go through it in one straight shot instead. We're gonna go into Ambipom, fake out. I actually don't have anything for this. A fighting move would have been useful. We'll go into Hopsy. We fake out again. We brick break for the kill because Dark Steel is 4 times weak. I think I outspeed. I do, but it killed me. Feels bad. We want to go into Banksy because poison. Very cheeky. You turn out into Raichu. Fake out again into Thunderbolt. Not ideal. There we go. Good enough. Eel. Oh, that's right. I didn't need to go here. I mean, I'm gonna grab the taunt at least because we don't. This is the only place you get taunt, which is gonna be quite useful for several fights coming up. All right, so we skip that. We go down here. There's a move in this corner that we absolutely want to grab. We're gonna fake out. We're gonna Thunderbolt. It does more than enough damage. We're gonna swap into Hopsy. Fake out again into Brick Break. Brick Break again. I think that was Psychic Noise. It's the one that blocks healing, which is quite handy if it's like Recover, Roost, Spam, etc. I've played the game enough that I kind of know what to do with the floor puzzles. If I had to do post-game with the Rocket Hideout on Island 5, I think I would need to look up the solutions. Giga Drain, maybe? I don't know. I don't remember. Might be Horn Leech. So neutralizing gas, so that will destroy. That will eliminate me having an ability. Thunderbolt. It's still flying, so we Thunderbolt again. We got the lift key. We dig out to refill our flask. Now we have to figure out how we're beating left and right grunt. I know I want Psychic. And okay, so let's take a look at this fight. I absolutely want Psychic or Steel to deal with Wheezing. And slacking is scary. Thankfully, none of us have... thankfully, slacking doesn't have a fighting move. So I'm absolutely going to be using Lopunny for slacking. I need to do a big psychic move to dunk on G-Weezing. So I think that's probably going to be Farigiraf with Psychic. It's going to have to hold a Twisted Spoon. And by hold a Twisted Spoon, it's not going to hold Twisted Spoon, because if it does hold a Twisted Spoon, then slacking knocks off and kills me. So let's ditch. Let's ditch. Not Banksy. Let's ditch Obstagoon for now. I don't want to eliminate the ability to do priority moves, so I'm not going to use Indeedee. But I will go a relatively fast Psychic because I want to make sure I outspeed the Galarian Weezing. Okay. It is base 60. What is a Rangaroo? It'd be a speed tie. We're not doing a speed tie. Speed tie is basically a coin toss as to whether you get to go first or not. I think Farigiraf is going to be faster than base 60. Oh no. So that means I'd basically have to go Porygon. And that's an issue because it's not going to be Stab. And there's no Steel normal types. So I guess I use Indeedee. And I don't do the Psychic Terrain, you know? Okay. Yeah, that'll do. So we will give this Psychic. No held item because we don't want to get hit with... Actually, no, we will do a held item. We'll do the Colbur Berry because knockoff, it will... The Colbur Berry will proc because it reduces damage from a super effective dark move. Yes, knockoff is going to do more damage because I'm holding an item, but I think it comes out ahead versus having an unmitigated knockoff. And then we're gonna go special attack up, aka modest, because we already outspeed. If it were something like a speed tie, we would absolutely go speed up to break the tie. All right. I'm also not sure if it gets D-Gleam. Dazzling Gleam, fairy move. I think it does. Let's check. Okay. Psychic Noise isn't bad because it does block healing moves. So maybe we grab that for filler. Okay, good. It does get D-Gleam. Okay. Sadly, no one learns Flash Cannon. I'm not sure how I'm going to get steel coverage since there's no normal steel types. No Dark Pulse either. Brutal. All right, let's see. I mean, there's probably a way to get the coverage. I'm just not sure how. Okay. I mean, that's interesting. I just don't know if it's enough to make me want to use it. I suppose the steel coverage is going to have to come from using Steel Wing on flying types. And we'll go Energy Ball, so we round it out with some more coverage. I actually might go Indeedee for the GL1 fight. Lead with it against, what's her face? Niddo. All right, so we'll lead with Indeedee and Ambipom. We're also going to put a we're actually gonna put nothing on it. I don't think this team will work for right grunt, but I think it's got the juice for left. All right, so now we go down to floor 2. We already have the key card, so it's a straight shot. We don't have to do any more backtracking, which is really nice. Yeep. We save in front of left grunt. Thankfully, there's a pause between the two doubles. If it was back to back, much like a certain double battle, that would be big pain. Go team. So we want to get rid of wheezing right away because neutralizing gas means slacking doesn't have truant. So we psychic. I think psychic kills, so we fake out the slacking. Huge. So slacking, he lost his first turn, which means his next turn, to my knowledge, will be truant. So we're gonna energy ball the Crobat. I don't have an item. I'm gonna take this chance to swap out into Raichu because I don't think Indeedee is gonna one-hit the Crobat. Okay. Poison is lame, but we're not dead. Slacking is truant. Very good. Okay, that's huge. So we will D-Gleam. D-Gleam hits both. We fake out the slacking. Again. We really don't want him going if it's possible, you know? I think we D-Gleam again. We then Thunderbolt the slacking. I believe this will kill between this and D-Gleam. Yep, he's truant. We love that he's never actually been able to go. That's huge. Pollen Puff, not ideal, but we're fine. We can go into Ambipom. We fake out. And we E-Speed. Nicely done. So now right grunt, we want to lead with a Grafairy because we want to make sure that what's it called? Talonflame doesn't get Tailwind off. We definitely don't want to lead with Indeedee since Dark's an issue. So instead, I think we go Hopsy. Save. Go team. Okay. So we fake out right off the jump. And then we taunt. So no Tailwind. We do have to eat that damage. I definitely don't love that. We go Brick Break. We go U-turn. Okay, we go U-turn. We go Raichu. We go Banksy. We are going to Poison Jab. We fake out. We want to U-turn. We want to Thunderbolt. Okay. Nice. Just a Toxicroak now. Oh, I was wrong. And the Electros. Fake out the Toxicroak. Thunderbolt the Toxicroak. I don't like that Giga Drain, but we're still fine. We are going to Aerial Ace the Toxicroak, and we're going to Psychic the Electros. Okay? Not Aerial Ace. We're gonna go Return. Since at max friendship, it's 1 or 2 base power. Psychic again. Nicely done. Now we gotta build the team for GO1. We dig our way out so we don't have to fight Elevator Grunt. So part of me wants to go ground because Poison Ground loses the ground. But if I go ground, it just instantly swaps into Earthworm. So I'm probably gonna go Psychic against Nidoking and hope it doesn't swap into Honchkrow for the free swap. I have someone for the Infernape. I have someone for the Kangaskhan. I have someone for the Veluza. I'm gonna also check to see if any normal types have crit immunity, because then I don't have to worry about the ability or the nature of our good friend Honchkrow. Personally, I don't think so, but I still want to check. Okay. So no one I have access to. Okay. I don't love that. That is unfortunate. Hey RJ. Not a bad day. Right now we're prepping for Geo 1 in Mono Normal Red. How are you doing? Have you had a good day between work and school stuff? Also, since we have some more people here, gonna squeeze a few Pallas Cat videos in, since, you know, their bodies are round and they're downright adorable. I'm sorry to hear that, RJ. That blows. I remember my headphones broke probably less than 6 months ago, and I was more or less able to get a new pair for a slight fee because the ones I needed to buy were more expensive. But I had to use like really scuffed earbuds until they came in. It was hella cooked. I'm grateful at least one of the earbuds still works, and good luck RJ on getting new ones. Hopefully it won't fucking break the bank for you, you know? All right, that's too short. We're just trying to find some really good, I actually watched this one the other day off stream. So we're gonna watch this one. It's a relatively long video of Grusha doing Grush things. And this is gonna be at a zoo in Hokkaido, Japan, up north. Harry is the channel. They post a fair amount of Pallas Cat videos on Monocord. And per the parentheses, this was when Grusha was only 1 year old. I'm gonna get the team ready on the other team while we play this video out. He's such a beautiful boy. His name in Russian means pear. He was part of the Flower 5. All 5 of those kittens have flower names, like Lotus, Iris, possibly Honey. I love when they do the mouth chittering. I think it means something, but I don't remember what exactly. They're gonna do a slow-mo on it if you missed it. Okay. He looks very silly. All right, so I just have to think about who we're using in this upcoming fight. I love his amber eyes. They look like the color of amber waves of grain. Also, that's a red panda, top left. That's Grusha's neighbor. All right, let's see. white chin fluff. It's so striking. And the little pink nose, absolutely adorable. All right. I think someone who's a cat enthusiast, it has to do with them perceiving smells and sensations through the whisker subsystem. All right. Aw, look at him go. And remember, fully grown, they're only 4 to 5 kilograms. They are not large. Okay, that'll do. Such a tiny face in relation to the body. I have no idea what the subtitles say. I don't read Japanese. And to think he was only 1 year old at this point. He's gotten so big. Watching over us from his perch, seeing what the red panda's up to. Ah, there we go. Okay, that'll work. Such a beautiful boy. I actually don't know if he's sired any kittens. I want to say he's like 6 years old now, so he definitely still has time, you know? I'm also trying to figure out what held item I'm gonna give Grafati, so when I prankster switcheroo, it'll be something that is to Infernape's detriment. Because I want to be able to steal his focus sash and be like, haha, mine now. It was Iron Ball, yes. Iron Ball will slow me down, but because I have Prankster, I'll outspeed. Okay, let me see what I need to give. Wigglytuff, probably a Citrus Berry for generic healing. I have no business being in against, what's his nuts? Brain, words are hard. I have no business being in against the Orthworm. I think I do outspeed Orthworm, so I actually am gonna go the Babbery Berry with Flamethrower as a backup, you know? Okay, where is it? Babbery Berry, that's Steel. I did decide I'm gonna give it Flamethrower just so I have more backup coverage. There's been issues in the past where I wasn't able to get the Mon that needed to be in against it, and then it gets the substitute off. And that's also important because there's no, what's it called? There's no normal Mon with Infiltrator, which is the thing that bypasses... Oh no. Oh, and it does outspeed, so yeah, that is terrible. Alright then, that's gonna be a fun one, certainly. Alright, back to Pokemon. Oh man, that is not ideal. Alright. There you go. I'm gonna go Sheer Force, just so I do more damage. We needed competitive because there were several Mon I was fighting that had Intimidate. Alright. Good. 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 This is probably gonna change a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna give it Scourging Sands so I have more utility against certain other Mon. We use Persilla because of adaptability. It's gonna do major damage. And that's probably gonna be a Fighting Berry, since we're gonna take 2 times damage from fighting. So that's gonna be a Chipotle Berry. Obstagoon already has his item. And we also want Obstagoon because it will dunk on Veluza. Okay. While you're here, RJ, did you want to name either the Indeedee, the Wigglytuff, or the Obstagoon? Also gonna save so I don't have to redo any of that. Yeah, no problem. And it doesn't even have to be those 3. It's just more the fact that those are the 3 I currently have on me. Okay, swap out because it's a dark type. Fake out into Jump Kick. Jump Kick has 95 accuracy, so I'm willing to risk not having a wide lens. Also, RJ, what have you been playing? Have you been still playing MWO? Have you been messing around with MechWarrior 5? As usual, I'm gonna wait several years to touch it. Oh, okay. I love that for you. I hope you've been able to have fun with those games. So yeah, we're gonna lead with Indeedee. We're gonna go for the Psychic. And if Orthworm comes in, that's gonna be a big pain. It will be less bad if Honchkrow comes in. Let me see if it actually can learn Taunt as a backup. I don't think it can. Okay, so yeah, no. Yeah, that's definitely not ideal. I am concerned that Shedtail's gonna come in and that's just gonna fuck everything up, because until you get rid of the substitute, an enemy that is able to buff can just swap in and be a dick. Oh boy, here we go. This is when it starts getting difficult. Alright, so right out the gate, we're gonna go... Yep, okay, that's fine. I don't love that, of course. But at the very least, it means that I don't have to worry about it being Orthworm right off the jump. So then for this, it's likely reading a dark move. So we're gonna go into Wigglytuff. Okay, that's still terrifying. So yeah, that's a huge problem. So right off the jump, this is a reset, because the answer I had to Haunch Crow, it crumples like a piece of wet paper, which is not ideal. So we're gonna do a Citrus Berry instead, and hope that keeps me alive. And watch, now that I change the berry, it changes who comes out entirely. All right. Yeah, I can do that after this fight. Okay, so it instantly swaps, that's fine. Since we know Wigglytuff isn't really gonna work out in this one, we're gonna go into Wigglytuff again. The berry, I don't think it kills me. Moonblast. Yeah, it just kills me. So this is kind of a problem. Okay, so that's twice now that my solution to Honchkrow doesn't work. I am, how you say, not pleased? Okay. It's mainly the fact that it has absolutely no defense. Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay. I'm gonna try it again and see if it doesn't high roll the damage. Worst case scenario, I swap out who I'm leading with. Okay, it stays in because I didn't use Psychic. Yep, okay. Haha, I went Sucker Punch, so we did get a clean swap, okay. Drill Peck. That did way more than I would have liked, but this kills the Haunch Crow. Okay, in comes Veluza. It probably is gonna go for... I mean, I'm above half HP, so the AI won't go random move, but I'm pretty sure due to how squishy Wigglytuff is, it's just gonna go random move. And yeah, Veluza does look really cool. So we're gonna try to go into Obstagoon since Dark dunks on Psychic. It does a fillet away, so it has more damage. We are going to Obstruct and see if it goes for a contact move. It did. Oh, it didn't. It's not contact. That's actually disappointing. I don't think this kills. Thank goodness. Veluza down. Kangaskhan. I'm low HP, so it goes random move here. I'm gonna go Obstruct and see if I get the defense drop. Okay. Nice. Problem is, it outspeeds. So I'm going to swap out into Hopsy. She was my answer for Kangaskhan. The Body Slam. Major damage. Definitely not pleased. I think I do outspeed though. Alright, so that has to change. I have to make Lopunny speed nature, and ideally I don't die, and I also have to give it a Citrus Berry because it's not enough. Alright, that makes this easier. That was definitely better though. I do like that. Alright. so it was Jolly. Yep. Yeah, because it's a base 115, I believe, so it's kind of an issue. All right. Citrus. All right, I think we can make that work now. Same thing as before. There's actually a similar Pokemon to Veluza. It's Barrascuda. Obviously, it's a portmanteau of Skewer and Barracuda. It's very fast, but it's only mono water. So it's hard to be like, yeah, I want that in my cereal, you know? All right, go team. Third time's the charm or something like that. Yep, that's fine. It's probably Drill Peck. Yep. Yeah, I have to bait the Sucker Punch. I don't love that, but it's kind of what I have to do. All right, that's fine then. Fourth time's the charm. All right. Oh, it went Drill Peck this time instead. The AI is very cheeky. They also made the AI harder to predict. So that's a problem. What a world. Okay, that's fine. Honchkrow gone, but not ideal. We need to get, what's it called in? I really want to get in Grafati so we can taunt so he doesn't have Swords Dance. But if I swap, he gets a free buff. I think he's gonna see that I have the berry and he's gonna go for a Swords Dance. So I'm gonna go for a Scorched Sands and get him down. But I think he's still above Blaze. I'm not sure. So I'm gonna read that a +2 close combat is not enough to kill me. So we're gonna Scorch Sands again. It is enough to kill me. That is not ideal. I'm probably gonna have to reset this. We are going to Fake Out, and we're gonna Mach Punch. Okay. I really wish I had Ice Punch right now. We are gonna go into Indeedee again. I don't love that. Honchkrow's gone, so we don't have to worry about swapping into that, but it could still swap into Veluza or Kangaskhan. We're gonna go Psychic. It stays and it dies. I'm low HP, so it goes random move. It's gonna Fake Out. No, it went Crunch. Okay. I guess that makes sense. We did get a clean swap, though. So we're gonna go Hopsy. We're gonna Fake Out. We do Outspeed. The Body Slam, not ideal. It instantly swaps out into Earthworm. This is good because on one hand... No, this is good. I was worried that it was still gonna end up going first through Shenanigans. Alright, so Earthworm. This is where having the Whatnot would have been really nice. Okay, good. So Earthworm's about, or not, never mind. I totally forgot about the 4 times weakness. Oh, this is very awkward. Oh, no. So that was better, but I lost too many Mon to get there. I think the big mistake was letting Pyroar stay in. So we're gonna try to resolve that by not letting them stay in after one. We're gonna get them out right away and go for someone else. So energy ball. D-gleam. It's gonna go random move because I'm low HP. Ha! Fake out. Okay, good. Go into... I don't really have anything good for this because Indeedee is at 5 HP. Okay, not the best. Thunderbolt does kill, but we did get the burn, and we do outspeed. It's gonna kill with whatever. I'm gonna let it die to get the clean swap. It also got +2 attack, which is really scary now. So we fake out. Okay. It's just not enough damage. On the upside, it wasn't high enough HP to get Shed Tail off. That's a big deal. I think we live. We definitely do not. That is on me. I'm going to Night Slash. I'm gonna Night Slash again. This is not ideal because it loses 4 times of fighting. So a power-up punch probably kills me. I'm gonna go for Obstruct to lower its defenses. Okay. I am not faster. I'm gonna go for Poison Jab, which is my... Yeah. So, we're definitely doing better. But we haven't found a way forward yet, which is disappointing. Alright. I'm gonna do 1 or 2 more, then I'm gonna tweak the team. Okay. So we want to bait the Haunch Crow. Or not. Okay. That's fine. Fillet away, that's fine. Night Slash. Kangaskhan's gonna come in. I'm gonna Obstruct, so at least whatever comes in will have a -2 defense Kangaskhan. I really wish I had a priority move. Feels bad. Obstagoon may not be the answer. No priority move really hurts. We're gonna fake out. It swaps out, so the defense drop's gone. I don't really have anything for this, so I think I'm gonna have to reset and put yeah, not ideal. Yep, that does not work the way I need it to, so I gotta make an adjustment to the team. An Ice Punch from Lopunny is very likely enough to kill him. Kill the Niddo. Okay. And I know we do have an Ice Punch. There we go. Alright. So I think I'm gonna be getting rid of, I'm probably getting rid of Obstagoon. We're gonna nix the Thunder Punch. I haven't been able to get the swap on Banksy, so instead we're gonna go Air Balloon. All right, go team. Okay, nice. Ha! Very nice. Okay, so Honchkrow down. Going to Obstagoon. Night Slash. Huge. Obstruct. Submission, we kill. That's huge. I mean, I died to the burn, but honestly, it's okay because Kangaskhan was probably the biggest threat, and now it's out of here. We go into Indeedee. That was not a great play because now it is going to get the Shed Tail off, which is not ideal. Maybe I get the special defense drop. Nope. Oh, it went random move because of my low HP, so it didn't go Shed Tail. That's actually really big. Priscilla with the flamethrower kills. We swap into... I'm gonna go Scorch Sands. We know we don't live, so we're gonna swap out. We're gonna go to Hancho. Oh, that is so much damage. Not ideal. Fake out. Mach Punch. Nitto. Ice Punch. Ice Punch again. Mach Punch might kill. I'm not sure. It does not. But we have Banksy who still outspeeds. There you go. So that was like probably the 8th or 9th try. It was harder than I was hoping, but we got there. So now we're going to grab the Sylph Scope. And now we have to prep for Sylph Co. There's a rival battle, a double battle, and Giovanni 2. The Giovanni 2 is going to be the hardest by far because it's one of many teams that have a weather gimmick, i.e. permanent sand. So Rock Mons get a buff, Mons with Sand Veil get a buff, Mons with Sand Rush get a buff, and I have no way to get rid of the weather. So that's going to be a fun time for everyone. Let's go to the rival fight. I forget who we had. We have the one that's going to give us Koraidon. So let me figure that one out. So rival has Squirtle. Okay. So we're going up against this team. We're gonna want someone with safety goggles to deal with Jump Bluff. We have a ground type to deal with Darmanitan. I have Grafairy to deal with Blastoise. Probably Lopunny to deal with King Gambit. And probably Raichu to deal with Staraptor. All right. Oh, that's right. Yeah, dig out. So let's think about who I know I'm bringing realistically. We're bringing Lopunny. I'm gonna bring Priscilla. I'm not bringing Obstagoon. I'm not bringing Hancho, but I am gonna probably bring Hancho into Elite Four because it's the only way I can get fairy coverage without using a Mega Evolution. Not gonna use Indeedee. We keep Grafairy. Also, level cap went to 55, I think. There you go. I mean, I'll double check that in a second. Okay. All right, so we lead with Raichu. I need to grab Beldum because we need safety goggles. Sadly, it doesn't become a follower, I think, until its final form. So we're gonna do that real quick. It'll also afford us the opportunity to get Focus Sash from Chuck once we have the ability to get the item from him, which is after when you go to fight Sabrina. But since we're only using it to get items and such, we basically don't have to worry about leveling it, aside from reaching the form that's needed. Okay, nope, don't care. There we go. And the reason why it had to be Metagross is for safety goggles is because it's Rock, Grounder Steel, Follower Mon, and Rock Tunnel. And Metagross meets the requirement for Assault Vest and Focus Sash. So basically it's a 3-in-1. Thank you. Huge. Technically, I could have used a Mon with Sap Sipper to be immune to the Sleep Powder, but there's only several normal type that have that. Okay. How fast is it going to be? I need to beat 110. Let's see. I can check this. I don't think there's any normal ice. There are not. Okay. So we're gonna grab some water. Gonna do a quick breb. All right, and we're back. So there isn't an ice normal type. So I think what I'm gonna use is I'm gonna use Wordeer, because Wordeer is normal psychic with a pretty high special attack with Fur Coat, which cuts the damage, physical damage it takes in half. We used Wordeer in Mono Psychic. I don't know if I used it in E4, probably not, due to all the dark coverage towards the tail end of E4. E4 being Elite Four. So I already have a Stantler, so we're absolutely gonna grab Wordeer. Wordeer is level 44, so that makes it really easy for us. All right, good. And in the Geo2 fight, as much as I don't like it, I'm bringing a poison type because I want to prevent things like Shell Smash and Stealth Rocks. Alright. That guy needs to move so I can actually talk to the NPC. Thank you. We don't need Metagross anymore, so we'll put him away for now. But we need the ground type. There's only several ground normal. It's Digger's Beat with a D, Judith. Yes. Oh, 56 is the level cap. Okay. So I definitely did an oopsie doopsies, but it's nothing that can't be fixed, you know? Ah. I think that after that it's 57, so we're just gonna put it at 57 and call it. All right. I also have to figure out who I'm taking Blastoise down with, because it's all well and good to block the Shell Smash, but someone does still have to kill it, you know? And I don't think there's any Storm Drain normal types or Water Absorb normal types. So that kind of changes how we approach this. Type normal. Like, I'm pretty sure I already checked when I wanted to fight Misty and there was nothing. Oh, there is dry skin though, I remember now. Yes, so we use Helios to kill it. And that's gonna be dry skin because it means it's gonna heal from water. Problem is, if I don't have the taunt, Prankster, I need to get a clean swap, which I may not be able to do. Okay. We'll do Citrus Berry again. We're gonna get rid of Switcheroo since we didn't get to do that. I've been able to do it like once, and even then it didn't really work out the way I wanted. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna need Ice Punch, so we'll put Thunder back on Lopunny. We're gonna put Energy Ball on Bambi because Stantler is extremely powerful. It has more of a special attack than anything else, so all these physical moves are basically a tease. Alright. Need to max out Friendship on Grafai if I haven't already, so while Return isn't gonna be like Big Stab, it's gonna do a lot, you know, and we love that. Alright, where are you, Pomeg? There you go, very good. Now that I actually think about it, I'm going to use Wigglytuff in the double battle after this fight, because competitive is a good way to cheese it due to the fact that the enemy has Intimidate, which anytime your attack's lowered, anytime a stat is lowered, your special attack goes up. So basically, to Intimidate Mon give you 2 Nasty Plot, which is +4 special attack. I was able to sweep with a competitive Empoleon and Mono Water in that fight. Okay. Citrus Berry. We also need to evolve it. Wordeer looks really cool. Like a very wise Elder Deer. We don't go Sap Sipper though because we want Fur Coat to cut my incoming Fizz damage in half. Okay. It's actually possible I use this in E4 because I could have sworn I ended up doing something with like Assault Vest and Fur Coat and just being really fucking tanky. Alright. We'll do that. I think we'll do that. And then there's like one other move I can get. I'm not sure which one it will be. I mean, that's not bad, but I really needed to be special attacks, you know? Since that's the bulk of my damage scaling. That's actually not bad. I'll do that over Snarl, I think. For the flinch chance. Ah, there's Thunderbolt. So that is actually pretty good coverage for the Blastoise. After we do a, what's it called? Taunt for no Shell Smash. So we are gonna lead with Raichu with a Magnet, because we're gonna go Fake Out into Thunderclap. And we need to make sure that it kills. Judith. This is probably Citrus Berry. Okay, I think we can make this work. Once you know how to do it, the Silphco does not take long. And thank goodness for that, because it is definitely a painful place if you don't know exactly where to go in it, you know? So... Wait, what am I missing? Oh no. I know I beat it. Let me think about this. Maybe it's gonna make me do the tower first. I don't remember. Let's double check. I'm sure it's something super obvious and Brain is just not wanting to brain right now. Yeah, he's gone, so I don't know. That's super weird. Let's just dig out. We'll just clear out Pokemon Tower. And then, yeah. Which means we are gonna have to change the team, but I'm kind of lazy, so maybe I don't. There's no normal ghosts aside from Hisuian Zoroark, so we don't have to worry about catching anyone in here. Okay. Raichu's gonna get a lot of mileage out of here due to how strong it is. Aha! Gotta fight this one because the other one was in the way. I really like Jellicent. We use Jellicent, i.e. Mrs. Pringles, against the Misty fight because Water Absorb negates 3 out of 4 of Palafin's moves, and being a ghost, it doesn't do the 4th one. Okay, so Rock, Fire, etc. We go Fire. Flash Fire. It's okay though. There we go, very good. We grab Will-O-the-Wisp. VOD friends, lurkers, hope you're enjoying the Pallas Cats that we watched earlier and the current playthrough of Rad Red Mono Normal. This fight's gonna be pain due to the fact that it's Bone Zone, Thick Club, Ale, and Marowak. I'm honestly gonna lead with Bambi and see how that goes because of the fur coat. And I actually meant to grab someone else. I feel silly. Well, that did basically nothing. Yeah, that's definitely not ideal. We do have Dark Pulse, though. Yes. Okay, we almost got it. I think this will be enough. Or not. I may have to actually change the team. Yeah, we have to change the team. That's fine. But yeah, they basically made Meownwell's mom's ghost from Lamau to I'ma end this trainer's career in like one move. So knowing that, we're gonna put you away for now, and we are gonna grab my Obstagoon. And realistically, I think that'll be the trick. Okay. Night Slash, Obstruct. Let's see. So, RJ, do you have anything fun to look forward to for the rest of your week? Ah, there's knockoff. Okay. We're gonna ditch submission for now because I know I can't. Oh, right, new headphones. What model headphones? Also, how has work been treating you? Are you hanging in there? All right. Also need to get Obstagoon's level up real quick. No taunt, not for this at least. No double edge because I already have Facade. Okay. I mean, so I'm the worst person to ask for that because I would always ask my friends. I would get what they recommended. It would break for me, and then I'd talk to them about it, and they'd be like, Lamau works for me. So it's like, oh, I fucking love that. The current ones I have are Bayer Dynamic DT770 Pro, and they are reviewed well, but it doesn't change the fact they broke on me like 6 months in, and I was able to get another unit, but it's still a pain in the ass. Really? So would this be second job, or would this be replacing the one you have? Okay, go team. Yeah, I'm still trying to make streaming a thing, and mom's health is struggling, so that really lights a candle under my butt to get moving. Okay, understood. I believe you can, but if you're still in school, try not to sacrifice grades for more money now, because grades are more important. Literally one hit. The power of knockoff. All right. I do too. It's the long and short of it was she had a bad reaction to a flu vaccine in the past regarding inflammation of the muscles and the joints, and it took her like 3 months to get over it. She recently got a flu vaccine, and it's more of the same, but because she's the only one who's able to work in the family, it's a problem. It's getting better, but it's a problem. And yeah, it's not ideal. All right, so we're gonna eel, obstruct. Huh, I guess he didn't have anything to knock off. Night Slash. Obstruct again. Facade, since they're not ghosts. Easy. Very nice. All right. Thank you. So now I should be able to go right to self-cut without an issue. All right. All right. So we're gonna grab Raichu back. Yep, there we go. And hopefully your second job search goes relatively well. I still have nightmares about all the jobs I've had, anywhere from 2 to 4 times a week. So the quickest way to do this is you go to floor 9. You fight that guy because he's usually in the way. You go to floor 5. You fight this guy because he has like really good AI and he always turns around at the right time. You grab the key card. You go back to floor 9. You fight this guy. Now you're at a... Now you're at an aid station. You eel. Fight this asshole. We're gonna fake out into E-Speed. E-Speed again. We swap into Bambi. The Psychic helps offset. The Psychic... Oh yeah, Dark, right. Herp Dark. Thankfully, we had lunch. We're gonna eel again. Now you're at the rival fight. And you basically just don't have to do anything else. Which means after you beat Giovanni 2, all is grown sleeve and you're free to just like go through the place and pick up the items you need. I mean, honestly, until I finish all the monotypes in this, I'm on run number 11 right now. Rad Red is more than enough. I know Star Emerald is currently out for Moemon. I believe it also does add some difficulty, and that's of Emerald. And then, of course, there is going to be 2.0 of Moemon Mega Fire Red. Currently, we're on 1.4C. I haven't played any of the new ones. I think the last new Pokemon game I played was Legends Arceus, and while I did like some things about it, it didn't feel like a Pokemon game. What with the strong and the weak attacks, no EV training, having to sneak up behind them to ideally catch the Pokemon, it felt like Breath of the Wild trying to pretend to be a Pokemon game. I am pleased that you were able to enjoy your Pokemon games on your DS. We're gonna save again. Go team. What was the last Pokemon game you played, RJ? So we fake out and we thunderclap, and I think that kills. It does. Huge. So now we go into... Oh, I didn't give anyone safety goggles. I feel very silly right now. So we're gonna go... Or not. Okay. So instead we're gonna go Bambi. And we're gonna go... No, we're not gonna go Bambi. I am feeling very silly right now. I guess I'm just gonna go Psychic. Yeah, that's fine. Not ideal though. King Gambit has Supreme Overlord, which is for every ally that's died, he gets a bonus to damage. Yeah, Legends of Arceus. I think there's another one coming out. I'm not sure if it's out yet though. We're going into Persilla. We do outspeed though, so I'm gonna go for Flamethrower. Thankfully, I live at 4. Blastoise, we need to get Banksy in to prevent the more than one Shell Smash. We taunt, no Shell Smash. Now we wanna U-turn out into... This is not ideal. I didn't expect that Bambi would be half HP. So we're gonna go into Hopsy. And then we're gonna go Fake Out into Thunder Punch. It wasn't enough. I don't think Bambi dies here. Bambi does die there. Not ideal. I do outspeed though, so I'm gonna go Hyper Beam. Alright, very nice. Darman kills with the Flare Blitz. He's extremely powerful. That's what Judith is for. We're gonna go into Bad Tantrum, or we're just gonna be fucking dead. Not ideal. He does outspeed. Alright, we got there. Hell yeah. In this style, do you mean instead of what like Scarlet and Violet was, go back to the older style of Pokemon? Okay, go back, go back, go back. Okay, gotcha, yeah. I mean, I'm definitely not opposed to open world Pokemon. Like, I think if Legends Arceus was set in the Pokemon modern day, and you had like the EV training, and you had the tutors, and you had all the trappings of a normal Pokemon game, I definitely would have liked it a lot more. Alright, so next fight coming up is a double battle. You have Brendan fighting with you. Brendan is fucking garbage because he has a Mega Sceptile that's oops all attack oriented, and he built it as a special attacker. It's this fight. So it's a Intimidate Incineroar, a competitive Gothitelle, a Good as Gold Gholdengo, a Liquid Voice Primarina, Mega Houndoom, Mega Mawile. The fact that you have a shitty teammate and you can only bring 3 of your Pokemon, that's what makes this a really hard fight. Especially since your teammate has like multiple 70% moves like Focus Blast, so it really is swingy onto whether they double in on you, whether the RNG rolls correctly for, you know, hitting you. Sometimes all his Mon are dead and you basically have to kill 4 of the enemy's Pokemon, and it's super frustrating. Thankfully, I don't Nuzlocke this, so that's a huge relief. All right, so we know going ahead, I'm bringing in Honchko, or Honcho, because competitive. That being said, the Mon is very slow. So let's see if there's any other normal types that learn competitive. Okay. All right, we're stuck with Wigglytuff, but we can make this work. Okay. All right, we're going to think about who we need. We are gonna keep Lopunny. We're gonna ditch Banksy. We're gonna ditch Diggersby. It's just too squishy. We're gonna ditch Persilla. Okay, we need to grab... I gotta think how I need to do this, because you only get 3 Pokemon. And while Honcho has a good ability, it's garbage outside of that, which is super annoying. So we'll do, I think, Citrus Berry for generic healing. We'll go Rare Candy to get them up to the level they need to be. Lovely Kiss is 85 accuracy, which isn't bad. but that's still a 50% chance to miss. Okay, 56. Oh, so after I beat this, level 57 is the cap. All right. So then it's going to be hand show in the lead. We have competitive, so we'll become extremely powerful. We want to protect on the first turn to avoid the fake out. Okay. Okay. There we go. So I think it's going to be hand show. It's going to be Hopsy because fighting coverage. I think we'll grab Fire Punch because there is a Steel Mon that we have to deal with. And a Fighting Mon are usually able to learn the elemental punches, you know? And then possibly Wordier because of the fur coat. And we'll give it a Colbur Berry because it is psychic. So it's gonna lose the dark. I'm not sure if this is gonna be the solution, but it very much well may. So we're gonna save. We gotta make sure our good friend Wigglytuff has Protect to bait the fake out. Alright. I don't think I need Flamethrower. I'm not sure if I need... Let's see. No, I'm gonna keep the Thunderbolt, I decided. Okay. We don't need Flamethrower, though. Actually, we do. Because then we have an answer for our good friend Goldengo. That being said, Goldengo's really fast, so it's just gonna fucking kill me in a video game. And that's not ideal. And it's not even that Goldengo's super fast. It's just more the fact that that's how slow Wigglytuff is. Okay. So we save. And let's see how many tries this takes. Alright, so yep, you're first. You're second. Oh no. Brain, why are you stupid? Citrus. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so first, second, third. There we go. Alright, so right off the jump, we get our competitive proc. We're doing more damage. We protect on the first turn. RJ, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for chatting. Yeah, this RNG was fucking terrible. So both of them went in on Masquerain and he's almost dead. Take care. I hope you end up getting headphones that last a minute. And I hope you have success with your job search. Thank you for stopping by. And yes, I appreciate the kind words regarding my mom. I pray that she does get better too. And once again, I'll keep you in my prayers, RJ. Take care. So it's gonna be Moonblast to kill the Incineroar. We got burned, but thankfully it doesn't really matter because I'm a special attacker. Okay, so hand show is still going, but pretty much everyone else outspeeds me. I'm gonna protect and hope they double in on me. Okay, not bad. It's not bad RNG. We've only lost Masquerain. I'm gonna go into... Let's see. We're gonna go into Bambi. We are going to Energy Ball the Primarina. We are going to... This is actually not ideal. We need to get that Goldengo down. Okay. I don't love this. We're going to fake out that. We're gonna Fire Punch. RNG. So it wasn't a strong start by me, but that was almost first try. So if the RNG swings are way better, that's easily winnable. Okay. So once again, we protect first turn. It's different because they both doubled in on me instead of targeting Masquerain. We Moonblast the Incineroar. We Flamethrower to the Goldengo, or we just fucking die, okay? We're gonna go in on Hopsy. We're gonna fake out the Primarina. We're gonna Fire Punch the Goldengo. Not ideal. This one is definitely worse than before, and I do not care for that. Okay? At least he's parried. That's huge. Honestly, Wordier might not be the answer here because the rest of its moves do not have great coverage. So we're just gonna go in on that again. Okay. And now Houndoom. The dark move is gonna really hurt. I'm gonna try to get a para from Thunderbolt. Hey, we got it. First try. Hell yeah. So we're going to now build a team for Geo2. I wanted to get the weather routes, but it certainly wouldn't be the first time I bit more off than I can chew. We have no way to deal with the weather from Giovanni, so we need to kill Hippo down on the first turn. This is just no fun for anyone. Sand Rush means double speed. Sand Veil means evasion. Any rock type in sand get a 50% bonus to their special defense, which makes them very hard to kill. So let's build the team. All we need to do is beat 47 speed. So I probably can use a Porygon and be fine. Let's check. All right. Okay, so it needs to be someone that can learn maybe Energy Ball or something. All right. All right, so let's see what this looks like. Sadly, the Sawsbuck line is oops, all special. And by special, I mean fizz. So that actually does not help me. All right. Okay. Man, that is just painful. Okay, so not Energy Ball. What about? Okay, we're gonna go Porygon Z for this one. So we are going to dig out. Alright. We're gonna use... We need Lopunny to deal with Mega Kangaskhan. Same thing as before. We get Ice Punch instead of Fire Punch. Okay, we don't use Raichu because, of course, electric doesn't do well against ground. I think we do bring Wordeer because there is a good bit of this team that is physical based. Yes, I would be immune, but then it just dies, you know? So if I'm gonna use Wigglytuff, it's gonna be holding an air balloon, so I'm immune to Earthquake, and then I'm gonna hope I basically get the free swap there, you know? I.e., I swap in, it goes Earthquake, I take no damage, I get hit, I don't die, and I get a move off. So it's gonna be Protect, Moonblast. I'm gonna keep Flamethrower, but I think Thunderbolt is very likely going to be Ice Beam for this. Okay. So then we want... There is no Ice Normal, so there's nothing we can do about that. We are gonna go Porygon. HQ, thank you for the raid. I hope your stream went well, whether it was art or playing video games. King Cavill, hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the first time chat. HQ, she will often stream with her sister. Both of them are affiliate. They like to play Pokemon. They like to do art. Check them out sometime. Thank you for the raid, HQ. We're about to take on Geo2 in Mono Normal. Cotton Eye Joe Mama, thank you for the first time chat. I hope you're doing well. What have you been up to today, HQ? How are the cats? All right, so link cable, I believe I did buy one. I'm gonna be really annoyed if it turns out I can't evolve Porygon yet into PZ. Let's see. All right. No, don't worry about it. It's completely fine. Dust Stone. Okay, I think I do have a Dust Stone currently. Ah, yes, I love that. I hope you, Kirk, Spock, Bones, and Schrodinger are doing well. Okay. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for stopping by. It's completely okay that you got a lurk and run, HQ. I hope you have a good rest of your evening. And I hope you sleep well when you eventually pass out. All right, so it was Duskstone, and thank you very much, HQ. I appreciate that. So yeah, Duststone. We're gonna lead with Porygon Z. I think it's like Ice and a few other things. Let's see. We're gonna keep Recover as well. I have no way to deal with weather, so this is going to be very painful. All the teams are tailored around the weather, if it's a weather team. So there's Sand Veil for evasion. There's, what's it called? Sand Rush for double speed. It's not ideal. There's definitely a world where I use Trick Room, because a lot of the Mon are gonna wholly outspeed me. So we're gonna grab that, but we may not end up using it. It's just one of those things where it's like, well, I have it, so I may as well use it, you know? I think that's the only Mon that can actually get Trick Room prior to the Sabrina fight, in which she gives you Trick Room. And then I think for hidden ability, for the ability, it's download, so I do more damage. All right, let's see. Oh, okay, so I already have download. That's huge. And we're gonna go special attack up. Because 90 will be fast enough to outspeed the what's-his-face, you know? So we go modest. And we're gonna hold... I'm not sure what we're gonna hold yet. I think we're honestly just gonna hold Never Melt Ice so I do more damage to the Hippo down. So we're gonna lead with Porygon. We have Honcho to deal with Garchomp. We have Hopsy to deal with Kangaskhan Mega. Bambi is very tanky. We're gonna be probably using Bambi for either Excadrill or maybe even Garganacl. I wanna go a Flying Mon, but there's a lot of rock coverage, which makes it hard to like wanna get up all in that, you know? Alright, we're definitely not bringing any electric. Think I am gonna bring an Abapom so I can do Bullet Seed times 5 with Skill Link. Because if I do loaded dice, it will only proc like up to 4 times, I think. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it absolutely can get a Bullet Seed since its whole thing is like multi-hit moves, you know? Okay, I was wrong. It doesn't get it. So that means we have to use Minccino instead, who does get it, which is actually nice. But then the downside is Minccino doesn't get Fake Out. They don't have any Dark type. I'm gonna bring Jerry. Jerry has Parental Bond, so all moves hit twice. The second one only hits for 25%. Let's see if Jerry can get like Energy Ball or Ice Beam, because those will all be useful against grass. Okay, no. I mean, Thunderbolt's nice, but it's not what I need. Please tell me you get Energy Ball. Yes, you do. Okay. That's not bad. It's not going to be Stab, but it'll do. We're going to keep Psychic. We're going to keep Iron Head. We're gonna ditch Bad Tantrum. We're gonna ditch Twin Beam. Okay, what else can I give it? Alright, Farigiraf. Parental Bond is quite nice. Okay, I can give it D-Gleam. It does have Energy Ball. That's good. We already have Iron Head. Okay, that's not too bad. Oh, it does get Psychic Fangs. That's not bad either. Sadly, the actual Weather Tutor is in Cinnabon, so I don't get that option this early on to deal with weather stuff. We are gonna go... Problem is it's not fast. And who am I trying to use this against? Okay. I could use it against Garganacl. Okay. So let's go attack up, special defense down, because thanks to the Sandstorm, Garganacl is gonna have 50% increased special defense. Okay. I don't even think it can get Body Press. So there's probably no world where I bother with that, you know? But we absolutely can use Iron Head. Flinch from Dark Pulse isn't bad. I'm gonna give it Reflect. Yeah, that'll get the job done, I think. And then we wanna hold a Healing Berry to help out Pace when I get hit with Salt Cure. Okay, everyone but one Mon. I think I go Flying and I hold a Charty Berry to deal with the Torterra. I'm just not sure which flyer yet. Okay, let's see. I mean, it definitely could be Foghorn. I sadly didn't get to use Foghorn last time because Roost removes flying typing, so it made Braviary only a normal type, which was a huge problem because it meant that I was 2 times weak to fighting. So I think what we'll do is we're gonna go Staravia, we'll give it Intimidate, and we'll do dual wing beat shenanigans. Normally I would have wrapped up by now, but A, raid, and B, I want to at least beat Geo2 today. Okay, close combat. We already have dual wing beat. I'm actually going to ditch Steel Wing. There we go. And then it was Intimidate is what I need specifically, so he does less damage. That's fine. I don't think there's a world where I ever get any Home Claws in, though, which is why I'm not using that. And then Rockberry, which is here. Okay, you're good. You're good. It's definitely not a team I feel amazing about. However, I think we can do it. The biggest thing is gonna be, am I able to deal with Mega Kangaskhan without much of an issue? And am I able to deal with, I think, Garchomp without basically getting like 2 Sword Dance up and just wiping everyone? Alright, so same as before, we go to floor 9. We go to 3. We go to 7. We go to 11. Not like that matters, but we grab that. Go team. Save one last time. So it's Hippo down with Sandstream. We go for Ice Beam. That's a problem because now we have to deal with the possibility that it's going to come out later instead of Stealth Rock. Okay. So this is still not ideal. We're gonna go into Bambi because of the resistance to physical damage. Energy Ball. Boy, did that not do enough damage. Okay, so that's sadly not gonna work. I'm gonna have to go in probably with Lopunny or someone else. That was not ideal. All right. So Garganackle like before. We're gonna go into Hopsy. We're going to Fake Out. We're going to Jump Kick. It's still not enough. Okay. So I think I'm gonna have to lead with someone else then, because I need to make sure that Hippo Down dies in one hit. Otherwise, I have to deal with Stealth Rocks later, you know? And the fact that I don't have a way to remove the Sandstorm means that the 50% buff to special defense. All right. Yeah, we're gonna go into Jerry. Iron Head might be enough. It's nowhere near enough. It needed to be way more than that. We might be able to finish him off with a cheeky little fake out. Okay, good. We got him with the flinch. So we don't outspeed here. I'm low HP that it goes random move. Okay, that's actually fine because now its defense went down. We're gonna go in with Honcho. We have the air balloon, so it basically has to rock slide or swords dance. And because it has Sand Veil, it avoids the attack. Okay, good. That's better. I'm low HP, so it's gonna go random move. Not ideal. We're gonna use Hopsy to fake out. We do still outspeed. Boy, is that not enough damage. But that is. Okay, so we're doing well. This is a problem because this is not gonna be a stab ice punch. So it probably won't kill, which means I do have to deal with Stealth Rocks. Earthquake, okay. So still no Stealth Rock, that's good. We go into Porygon and we go Ice Beam. This probably kills. Huge. Excadrill. I am actually gonna go Trick Room here because with Sand Rush, he outspeeds. So now everyone else is gonna be slower than Excadrill, which means we get to go first. So I'm gonna go into Bambi with Fur Coat. We are slower. Boy, I wish I had something better. But we can break Sash at least. Okay. We're slower. Trick Room is a wonderful thing. Torterra, we're gonna dual Wing Beat. We eat our Charty Berry. We barely hold on. That being said, this is kind of... Okay, good. So, he never got Shell Smash off, and I outspeed. So we go dual Wing Beat. Actual first try? Hell yeah. I love that for us. I mean, I know it wasn't really first try, but once we figured out what the sequence had to be, it was nicely done. So we are going to find someone to raid. I'm going to wrap up with a Pallas Cat video from the Monol Discord. Monol Pallas Cats are wild cats predominantly in Asia. Their bodies are round. They're very fluffy. They have rounded eyes and ears. They are ambush predators. They're very solitary. And there's less than 57,000 of them in the world. They are super adorable and I love them. And now you're going to be learning about them too. Okay, I want to find a different one. Let's see. So I think this might be Grusha doing some honks. He's a male Pallas Cat. Mainly because it's the Asayama Zoo, and Bull and Polly, Az, and Nar are all at the Nasu Animal Kingdom in Japan. But as you can see, very round, very fluffy. They have round pupils compared to... they have rounded pupils compared to, what's it called? Normal feline eyes. You gotta love the brown peats that he's got. They like to sit on their tail to keep their feet warm. That being said, this was in the middle of summer, so it's not as huge of a deal, you know, when it gets a lot colder, because Hokkaido does get colder earlier than the rest of Japan, and it's colder in general. They will absolutely be very fluffy, sitting on their tail to stay warm. You can see, unlike other cats, the ears don't really protrude from over the height of the head. That way they're able to stay hidden and not ruin their position of surprise. They also will use their tail to distract prey. By twitching it, they'll be like, oh, what's that? And then they won't notice when they get jumped on. Fully grown, they're only about 4 to 5 kilograms. It's hard to tell because the camera is usually up close and they're very round / floofy. Doing him Lem. I wonder if he's been fed yet. But yeah, absolutely beautiful boy. I believe he's 6 years old now. Not sure. I'm not sure if he's actually produced any offspring. Ideally, he does at least once before passing because we need more Pallas Cats. This was specifically the Asayama Zoo 1 account on Twitter. Credit where, you know, credit is due. We'll pull up 1 or 2 more videos of Pallas Cats. Whoops. I always forget that I have to keep it on the other side. Alright, this one's gonna be of Bull and Polly kind of duking it out. Polly, female Pallas Cat, partner of Bull, Bull, male Pallas Cat. They're both at least 10 years old and they've produced some Pallas kittens. This will have been at the Nasu Animal Kingdom in Japan. Polly basically tries to start shit, and Bull's menacing aura scares her off, which is actually hilarious. In the wild, mating season is literally only 1 day a year, and because it's low population density, it makes it very difficult for Pallas Cats to naturally reproduce. And with their poor immune system, they tend to, you know, not make it. They actually have a significantly higher life expectancy rate in captivity. I think it's like 12.5 years on average in captivity, whereas in the wild, they're lucky for it to be 6. That being said, not all zoos take care, and sadly, that means a lot of animals die because they're neglected or they're outright mistreated. I don't want to say any names, but it's a problem. And it doesn't affect just Pallas Cats, but it affects all sorts of animals that are in zoos. Right now, I'm looking for that specific video I was talking about. I don't think I gave the thumbnail a specific name. I may have to do that just so I can find it easier in the future. This certainly wouldn't be the first time that I've been looking for it and I couldn't find it. Welcome back. Yes, doing some Pallas Cat videos real quick. I have to wait for it to finish buffering. I love when they do that with their face. You told me it means something, HQ, but I did forget. Absolutely, it's incredibly majestic. They're in their winter coat, you can tell with all the snow. Let's find another one. Oh, wild Pallas Cat. We don't always get to see them in the wild. There's a man, his name is Vadim something. He took in a wild Pallas Cat that was abandoned and he fostered it until he could release it into the wild. But he's part of a conservation organization called Pika or Pika that photographs them and such. Yes, I could have sworn you told me it was something to do with sensory detecting sense and stuff. It's when they do the thing with their teeth and their whiskers, but it could also be something else entirely. Cats are mysterious creatures, but this is one of the wild Pallas Cats. It's actually a female because she's been documented with her kittens at least once this year. Hold on. Very lean, very agile. You can tell it's in the middle of the summer because she doesn't have her winter coat on. Kinda looks like a normal cat rather than a giant fluff ball, you know? Yes, very likely. Very likely. All right, we also have Lev getting comfy in his nest he made. He's a very good boy. He's also the reincarnation of the Buddha. He also thinks he's a bird. He made this nest and now he's gonna get very comfy in it. I'm not sure what he's doing. Obviously important cat business, you know? Yes. Yeah, I think that's very likely what it was. Even in his summer coat, he's very fluffy. Such a good boy. He has a magic paw. I believe he was injured at birth, but he's able to get around without much of an issue. So we love that for him. He's got the iconic Lev dent in the middle of his head up here. I forget who his father is. I think it's something Khan, and that's where the dent came from. So if you see Pallas Cats with a dent in the head, there's a good chance they're related to that bloodline. We'll wrap up with this one, then we're gonna find someone to raid. But yeah, he seems very content, and I love that for him. Lev's a very, I mean, they're all special, but some are more than other. And this is D Shoyu on Twitter, most likely. This is more of Lev. He don't got no neck. It's very funny. Yes, rotund, absolutely. I'll let it play through at least once more due to my love of the Pallas Cat. Then we can find someone to raid. I also like the orange right around the muzzle and the snoot. You can see it on the Peets and within their coat as well, but for some it's more pronounced than others. VOD friends, lurkers, raiders, everyone who stopped by to watch, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you enjoyed the Pallas Cats, the Pokemon, more Pallas Cats. I'm gonna try to get some crime coverage in tomorrow. We're gonna go from Sabrina to Fuchsia City, and I really want to be able to finish this run by the end of the week so we can do Mono Dark right before October ends, you know, since spooky season. HQ, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you for bringing people with you to learn about Pallas Cats. I'm gonna find someone to raid now. I hope everyone has a good rest of their Tuesday/Wednesday, and I will see you all tomorrow. I stream every 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern. Usually crime coverage, Radical Red, and Pallas Cats. Also make sure to check out HQ and her sister, the 42nd. They also stream, and they're great people. All right, so let's see who's actually on today that I could raid that's actually playing Pokemon. Alright, that'll actually work, I think. Alright, I did find someone to raid. Actually, let's make sure they're actually streaming and I'm not raiding an offline channel. That certainly wouldn't... It would not be the first time we've done that. Okay, so we'll do that right... Meow. Okay, let's see. Let's make sure I get this name right. There we go. So we'll be hitting them up shortly. I don't know if they're playing a Nuzlocke or not, but they are playing Pokemon, and we love that for them. Time to spread the love, as is tradition. Take care, everyone. Thank you for stopping by.